Hi, it's Candy, and for this video I'm going to do a process video on how I make tags. I know we talked about that here and there, and I just never have sat down and done it. And this is a, in general, video about the process of how I make tags. I like to do my tags substantial. I want them to be kind of nice and heavy and really nice and thick. So here's how I make tags. Okay, for my backing, I always want my back to be heavy and thick. Okay, so I always back the back of my tags. Now, I'm going to show you what I'm using for this set of tags, and I'll show you why, even if I didn't back the back of my tag, the very back part of it, I would have to for this. So this is what I'm using. I am using the Echo Park Wise Men Still See Kim, and I'm using it for these tags in the single size paper. I was trying to keep track as I used it of how many sheets of each design I still had left. So here is this design, which you're going to see in the tags. And these are the cards then that you can cut apart and use them in various ways, okay? And then here is the stripe. Really nice pattern, using it up here. But the back of it has this. Now, I suppose this would be okay just for the back of a single side if you wanted to use it, but I don't want to use it. I don't want this seen on the back of my tags. I don't want this, I don't want cutoffs on the back of my tags. I want them nice and thick, and I want them to be a single color. So I back the back of these as I do with all of them. Okay? Now, the other part is I have learned that you can cut 2 pieces of cardstock at one time. However, so you can back your tags, that does not mean they're going to turn out exactly the same size. You think about it, and that does make a little bit of sense. They're going to be off a little, but I didn't think about it before I started doing. It's okay with me if they're off just fractions, which they do end up being, but you can cut 2 pieces of paper at one time on a die. It's probably not good for dies. I'm not sure, but you can do that. Okay, let me also show you. So this is what I am using. Here it is in the 6x6 papers. So I got it in the 12x12s and in the 6x6. Now, I left this on here so I would remember to tell you also. I use wax paper whenever I'm using glue sticks, glue, anything like that, so it doesn't get on my table, my pads, whatever I'm using with. I use a lot of wax paper, but it goes a long ways for me, okay? So that's one of my tools, is wax paper. And now we'll get it off the table. Another thing that I have to have handy when I'm crafting are toothpicks. I use a lot of those. Now, here's what I use, so I'm using these dies too. This is a set of nesting tags. I don't know where I got them. I'm so sorry, everybody, but I love them. I use them a lot. I will be using them in this set today. I do a lot of layered tags where I don't use the same design in graduated sizes though. So, and I really like that a whole lot. For some reason, I just started doing these in the different sizes. Okay, so this is what I used. Don't know where I got them. I'm sorry. The other thing I used was this tag. It says Believe. This is how it comes out. I used that. Then I used these stars. And the thing that's nice about these stars is you get a double dose because you're going to get the cutout star. Then you get the inside of them too, kind of like a punch out, which is great. These stars came with this, which is lovely. That comes out like this. Gorgeous. I thought I was going to use this in a gold cardstock that was glitter. I did not end up doing that. So those are the die cuts that I used. Okay, so process. this is what we ended up with. This is one that is completely done. I do think I'm going to change that ribbon out and use, I'm not exactly sure what I'll do. But everything but the ribbon is done. I'm satisfied with. I do put a little stamp on the back that says handmade just for you. I will sign that. This is going out as a gift, okay? So what I did first and foremost was to decide what dies that I wanted to use. Then I backed my die, and that gives me a pretty nice, good, firm cardstock. When I adhere something like this together, I use two different things, and I wish that I had shown you how to, how I put a back to a front when things match, okay? Glue stick that I use is the Ranger glue stick. I love these glue sticks. So I put my back to my front, then I go in and I decide if I want to do any inking of the edges. I wanted to do it in gold. I go in and do it at that point, front to back, and then anything else I'm going to layer, I ink it up, or antique it, or whatever you want to call it. So I've done that with most of the things that are out here already. I did it with the front and the back, and I was going to save it to do it right here so you could see. I tried out several different colors before I totally decided, and I decided that the gold looked the best with this. I do like the smaller inks for this, but there's a number of ways that you can do that. So just give that a little antiquing, distressing, whatever you call it. It doesn't really look distressed so much. I think it just gives you a real nice, if it's not done the way I want it, I'll go back and hit it some more. But I think that's good. And I am using that gold in this color box set. I'll use whatever I've got on hand. Okay? So, I got my patterns put together. I decided that initially. Then I have distressed or inked all those edges. Got that like I want it. That is the order that I do that in. Here's another set. Then I decide, are there any things here that I want to embellish before I start putting things together? And that's where I give that some thought. Now this particular one, the papers are, two of the papers are plain, completely plain. The third one's got some color, some pattern to it, and I know that I'm going to end up putting the word on it. And I also know that I'm going to end up putting these stars on it. So, with that in mind, thank you guys for putting up with me drinking. I have to have some water in between. With that in mind, I did put washi on this edge, but as I look at it right now, I still think that's a little bit bland. Even when I go in and put my stars on it, even when I have my bow up here, that doesn't look. It looks like it's lacking something. So you know what I think I'll probably do? I don't know if you can see right here. This kind of looks like a piece of a doily. What it actually is, though, is I got these from the dollar store a long time ago. That's what this is. But I think what I may do is, and to work from a different side now. I didn't plan on doing this beforehand or during, but as I looked at that, I just thought, no, that's... Okay, so I think I'll put that right there on that side. Now, let me make sure I think I like that. So if we do that, then we can offset that. Then we can do that. So then if we offset this white more on this side, then the believe will pop out more also. Oh yeah, that's going to be better. What's our time looking like? Oh, we're doing good. Okay, so let's go in here then. And let's make sure we're okay on this. Now, grab my handy dandy wax paper right here. That there, put that there. You got to see some real life changing of my mind. That happens quite often. Sometimes I'm at a point where I can't change it and I have to live with what I've done already. But at this point, I can change it. Okay, so I'm going to trim that up. And trim that up. Oh yeah, I like that. I like that much, much better. And now let's pop this out. See if we need to take it over that a little, which we kind of did. Okay, now we'll just go ahead and get this one put together, which I wasn't going to do. I was going to wait till we got to that point. But, well, we don't really need to. I'll show you how it's going to go together. It's going to go together like this. And I'm going to offset the white one that direction to fill up more space. And it may not be exactly that spacing, but the purpose is going to be to give us the white over here so that believe will stand up more and not need to be on the solid color background. That'll pop out more. Then we'll add our stars to that, and then we'll have that going good. So here's the third one that I did have kind of spaced how I want because of the color of this one in here. I did put the gold on this second piece in here. Nothing of this is attached yet. Oh, this one is. I attached that one for us. And then this will go like this over here. Again, so the white gives us a better background for the belief to be on, just so it stands out more. And then we'll put our stars on, however we want our stars. Now, on this particular one also, if you'll see on this one that I do have finished completely for us, this has 3 stars. On this one, because everything seemed to be a little quieter, I did these where I put 5. Now, I had it placed where I had the big one and then a small solid. And then I had a solid one just up here on this plain piece, and a little one. And then I had another one of these somewhere. I'm not exactly sure how I had that placed. I don't think it was exactly like that. But I did have 5 on here. So, which I think looks great too. So we can do 5. We can do 3. I will put a bow in there, so this placement probably isn't exactly right. But I'll play with that a little bit, get it where I want it, and then we'll be good to go. Yeah, we may do something like that. I bet that's more. Okay? Now, I've told you before how much I like to laminate. I will not laminate these at all. This is why I like making them real heavy and real sturdy also, is because you don't need to laminate. And one of the things that I was really thoughtful with whenever I was doing these is, although they will go out at Christmas, I wanted to make these so that recipients could feel like they could enjoy them at Christmas time, and they could also use them as Bible markers in their Bibles. They could use them year-round. They weren't designated Christmas. They didn't scream Christmas. They could just, they could be used all year round, anytime. So that was another thought that I had when I was picking things out also. So that's how I put together tags. I just build them and layer and stack and do things like that. And the next time you see these, they'll be on Instagram whenever I get complete, but I may have added some things by the time you see them also. So there is our tag video, our process tag video. So thanks so much for tuning in. This was very fun to do. All the things that we always say at the end of the video. So the thumbs up or the like, the share with your friends if you think they would enjoy. And you guys know that I appreciate you so much always. So thanks. This was a fun video to do. So I will see you soon, okay? Thanks. Bye.